Hello, YouTube. Welcome. I gotta apologize. I've been late to the party. I think it was Friday, Saturday this weekend. There was a lot of drama that came up from a particular person in question, Dr. Umar Johnson. And basically, for those who don't know anything about him, fucking go on his, forget my French, go on his, just go on Google and just Google anything you want to know about him. Um, Particularly Friday, Saturday, there were two videos that he was in. I won't necessarily say they were his videos. They were videos he was in which he said some very controversial things. And I'm just gonna give very tiny points on this, and I'll give my own summary at the end of all this. To start with, the first one was where they basically both said the same thing, and I'll try and be very brief on my opinions. First thing he said in the first video was he said a lot of things. Some of the things he said, they did have points. Like, the black community is very bad in America, which he does have a point there that, black men in America need to basically step up to the plate, which is fine. But then he was also kind of like saying that black men have to clean up the mess that black women have created, and we need to be a bit more understanding to understand where black women are coming from as to the reason for what they did. He's half right, but he's mostly wrong on that because I'll still give him a pass on the first one because he was kind of like saying, in as much as the whole point of that first video was to check black men, that he also checks black women on his own videos in his own channel. I'm not going to go to his channel. I'm not going to take his publicity. I'm not taking the bait. I'll take him at his own word. If he checks black women on his channel, fine. He checks black women, fine. But he was now trying to say that there was someone who basically gave a fair comment. Why do black men have to clean up after black women for their bad choices? And he's like saying, well, we have to clean up. We black men have to clean up because black women had no better choice. I am sorry, I disagree with that. The black women have choices. He's indirectly, stylishly dissing the entire black male community, saying we aren't good enough because the black women didn't see us, saying that we're all shit. That's, forgive my French again, but that's basically what he said. We're all terrible. That's why they didn't have a choice. Problem is, you want me to believe in the whole black American community that there is not one decent person that a black woman can find? He's also ignoring the fact that I would still come back to the same point. Black women don't date black men. I don't have to give you statistics. Do a Google search yourself. Black women habitually do not like black men. Whether it's right or whether it's wrong is a totally different case. He did point out a good point, which was black women have held the household ever since the mass incarceration of the black community since the 1970s. So for the last 70 years, they've basically been having to look after the house. He's also forgetting the fact that if I'm taking him by his word, I wasn't there, so I don't know any better. The black men were incarcerated. Do we not need any sort of help and support? Just do a Google search on Shahrazad Ali and you'll know more about how there are a lot of reasons why the black community is what it is. As a first video, give or take, I'll let it slide. Second video, it was Juneteenth. He was also saying something on Juneteenth that black men have to basically take their neighborhoods from the kids. I'm going to try and work with what he was trying to say. He was saying all forms of stupid. He was saying all forms. The things he was saying was a massive amount of stupid, for lack of a better way of putting it. Because on the one hand, he's saying that black men should that's black. Like, I understand his point. He's trying to say that a single black woman, a woman is struggling. That we shouldn't leave them struggling. We should try and help. And that's pretty much a fall or a degradation of the black community as a whole. I'm not gonna say men were to blame. I'm not saying women were to blame. We all took a blame in its fall. Okay. Um, However, he then said another level of stupid in which he's trying to say that every black man should be responsible for a child, whether or not it's his biological child. He should be responsible for a child that doesn't have a father and be a mentor. I'm going to try and work with his stupid. Okay. There's a saying, and I know I'm breaking the rule. Don't try and argue with a stupid person because you're going to reduce yourself to his level, and you're going to end up just he's going to beat you with experience. But I'm breaking that rule here. I'm going to try and make sense of what he's saying. In that there are not that many male role mentors. He has a point. Okay, have a look in the media. A lot of role models we have in the community are not known for good things, but this is not something that he needs to face at the grassroots. He needs to go higher up the food chain. All the people, I'm not going to name names, but there are people in society who, like, I'm just going to give a blase example. Tyler Perry, he's a black director and he makes a lot of black movies. Credit where credit is due, which means he's in a very good position to help improve the image of the black man, which means we need to stop glorifying stupid. We need to stop glorifying women who are 304s. We need to stop glorifying guys who are gangbangers, okay? Um, we probably need to basically fix our image. And the good thing is, because our image is so bad, we don't have to work as much to show we are at least not as bad. Personally, I agree that there's a lot of racism and injustice and inequality in society. Um, However, I do feel that the black American community needs to fix up because it affects the black image the world over. And yes, there's inequality, but you have to work hard. Okay, it just means that you're gonna have to accept that whatever amount of effort you're gonna have to put, let's just turn it to a figure. Say you have to put in X amount of effort on something. Multiply that effort by three because you are a black man. You have to do more. Accept that. However, you do not owe women anything. You should not have to look after anyone's child that's not yours. If you want to, do it, but do not feel you must. Now, on his idea of, we black men have to basically take responsibility for a child. All them women in that video who were saying preach preacher, I want to ask a question. If a total stranger came into their house and said, I see that you're a single black woman and you have no male responsible in your house, and I've come here to be little Timmy's mentor, will she open the door to a total stranger to walk in? Will she let him sit on her couch and cross his legs on the chair and bring little Timmy down to listen to this total stranger? Will she give him a cup of water and give him good food? No. What she's going to tell him is to get lost. Rightfully so, okay? Rightfully so. I've harped on long enough, okay? I'll try just quickly just pointing out that, yeah, this is on his Wikipedia. That a few things you need to know about this guy. Personally, I feel he did all of this just for attention because he's a social media person. And prior to this, I didn't know who the hell he was, okay? So it gave him attention, okay? I feel we shouldn't raise anything. I've left this here for people to read, okay? I don't have to go into detail on this. Read it in your own time. Pause the video, read it. if you want, go to the Wikipedia article itself. I feel that he's basically doing all of this for attention because he can't be that stupid to believe this nonsense. Okay. Um, I I wouldn't rise to debate. Now, to to try and say my own 2 cents on how to fix this, okay, it's going to come in 3 steps, and these 3 steps are not mutually exclusive. They are independent actions of each other. Okay. First things first, the black man, wherever you are in the world, you have to work hard. There's no escaping it. Just because you're black, know that black people world over have bad image. You just have to work hard. Good news is, because people have a low estimation of you, you don't have to work as hard to basically improve that image. But I will just say, whatever you feel you have to do, work 10 times as hard. Okay? Uh, Black women, you have to take responsibility for your for your bad decisions. Okay? There's no easy way to say it. I know that that's a woman thing all over. You're going to have to stop stereotyping every single black man as the same. Let each person fail on their own merits and let each person pass on their own merits. I know there are lots of scumbag black men and there are also scumbag non-black men. You need, are you gauging them on the same class? Okay, and if you don't like black men because it's preference, then that's, I'm not going to judge you on that. But if you're going to start saying every single one is bad, then that's not really a fair judgment. Okay. Um, I would also say that there are a lot of problems with black women, but there is a stereotype of the angry black woman. Yes, you may have reason and right to be angry, but don't. Okay, it, there are a number of things chasing black men away. I'm going to accept. I'll take you guys at your word. You say that you were welcoming and accepting, and it was a black man who left. Maybe the black man left, but are you leaving a place for them to come back to? Because if you keep saying we don't need you, you're not really welcoming them back. Okay, give them a place for them to come back to, and a reason to come back. Okay. Again, you have to understand, don't follow social media. Social media is not there is not the best place to gain advice on things. Have a balanced approach and look at things from the other perspective. The third step, this is also very important, is the black community. This is the reason why the black community in African countries are doing well and the black community in America isn't. We need to fix that up. Okay? Um, in Africa, everyone knows everyone's business because everyone works together. Yes, Africa has its own problems. That's its own kettle of fish. It's its own ecosystem. This was something that worked before in the black community before we fell apart. We need to try and fix that. Part of it involves us coming together as a community and helping each other out. Now, these 3 steps, does it just because one step doesn't work doesn't mean the other steps should not work. They are not mutually exclusive. Um, Again, as a whole, we need to stop glorifying stupid. Okay, bad habits. I don't care if the person's rich and famous and for doing something stupid. We need to stop celebrating this, or else next generation, it's gonna be bad. That's just my 2 cents. I can't really give much about what the guy is. He's against interracial marriage, so that explains a lot about the Juneteenth story. He's also against same-sex marriage, and he's also brought up a few conspiracy theories. Maybe right, maybe wrong. He's not a fan of Kevin Samuels. Um, Aside from that, I can't. I'm not gonna really drag his name down the gutter. He's probably a fraud. I don't know. I don't know any better. I said probably. Um, that's just my 2 cents. If you like the video, just leave a comment and we'll. And if you agree or disagree, again, leave a comment down below. Thank you for your time.